Hi students, from today onwards we will study philosophy. This is my first lecture on philosophy. So we are going to start philosophy. So the first question which comes in our mind after reading the word philosophy is, what is philosophy? Imagine you are sitting under a tree staring at the sky and asking, why am I here? What is right and wrong? What is truth? When people start asking questions like that, they are doing philosophy. I hope you have all known what is philosophy. The word philosophy comes from Greek word philo, means love, sophia means wisdom. So philosophy means love of wisdom. Now next question is, what does philosophy ask? So philosophy does not give simple yes or no answers. It asks big questions like, what is real, which is metaphysics. How do we know what we know? It is epistemology. Third question is, what is a good life? It is called ethics. Fourth question is, how should people live together? It is called political philosophy. Another question is, what is beauty? It is called aesthetics. Now, why should we learn philosophy? This is a very good question when we start talking about the word philosophy. Philosophy helps you think deeply and clearly, makes you a better speaker and listener, teaches you to ask important questions, helps people understand each other better. Now we will learn the first known philosopher. We will learn about the first known philosopher, that is called Thales of Miletus, and his idea, which is known as everything is made of water. Thales lived over 2600 years ago in a place called Miletus in modern day Turkey. Miletus, where was Miletus? In modern day Turkey. He is often called the first philosopher in Western history. Thales asked a very strange and deep question: what is everything made of? What is everything made of? Instead of using myths or gods to answer, he looked at nature and said, everything comes from water. Everything comes from water. Why water? It is the next question. Here is how he might have thought. He would have thought water can change forms, solid, which is ice, liquid, and gas. All living things need water to survive. Water is everywhere, in rivers, rains, oceans, even our bodies. He believed water was the origin of everything, the first principle or beginning of all things. Now, next question is, why is Thales important? Thales did not give magical answers like Zeus did it. Instead, he used observation and reasoning. This was a huge change. He started a tradition called natural philosophy, at the root of both science and philosophy today. Now we will now we will describe what was what was Thales doing in that time and what he believes. Thales believed that everything comes from water, and he was the first to explain that world is using reason, not gods. That world is using reason, not gods. So Thales, what was Thales? Thales was just has basis, which is that the world he said the first to explain the world using reason, not gods. Now we will learn about Anaximander. Anaximander was a student of Thales. He lived around 610 to 546 BCE in Miletus, just like his teacher. but he had a different idea. Thales said everything is made of water, but Anaximander said, and, and obviously he asked, where did water come from? He thought water could not be the first thing, so he said everything comes from the Epeiron. So, what is this Epeiron? Epeiron means boundless, infinite, unlimited, something without shape or end. Anaximander believed the universe comes from the mysterious, invisible, endless stuff. How does the world work? This was another question Anaximander said. Universe begin with Epeiron, then opposites come out like hot, cold, wet, dry. These opposites fight but always try to stay in balance. Like day becomes night, summer becomes winter. He believed this is how change happens. Why is Anaximander important? He was the first person to write about the universe in prose, the first to make a map of the earth. He was the first to make a map of the earth. He was the first to say that earth floats in space. That's amazing. That's amazing for someone living 2600 years ago. Now we will describe Anaximander in one sentence. Anaximander believed the world came from a limitless mysterious force called Epeiron, and that everything is shaped by the balance of opposites. So this was all about philosophy in today's lecture. In next lecture we will study about Anaximenes, who was the student of Anaximander. So hope all of you guys have understood my first lecture and have beautifully understood that and must have liked that. Thank you very much.